If you're like me, you like to sleep. Every night. There's science behind how sleep makes us more productive and prevents disease. But I mostly like it because it feels good. I happen to be on the road tonight for the National Speed Cubers Expo, and room 214 just decided it was a good time to rewatch Rambo. Totally understandable. Sweet flick. But I don't think anyone's counting on them to give a big keynote in the morning on five-sided techniques. That's why I brought my snooze. This little guy reduces the delta between contaminant noise and ambient sound. That's fancy talk for helps keep me asleep so Stallone doesn't knock me out of my REM cycle. You hear that? It sounds good. That's because there's no looping tracks of crickets or waterfalls. There's no waves crashing on the beach, but I'm in the Midwest. It uses a real fan. But unlike a real fan, I can pack this thing in my carry-on. It's not too cold in the winter, and it uses 98% less energy.
Whoa, that's like almost 100. I'm just gonna go with 100. Close enough.
Bet you think it's just pretty and portable, don't you? Well, it's adjustable, too. You can customize the tone from light fan to deep fan, which is like packing a billion fans. And you can turn up the volume, which is great when you're doing the 5x5 and you need that extra concentration. I used to have to take amphetamines. Now I just turn it. And I think we've all been in that position before. Plus, you can control it from your phone. You know, for all those times you forget to turn your snooze off before leaving your house.
Dagnabbit.
You think it's noisy on the Rubik's circuit? You should try sleeping next to my wife. It's also great for kids. Studies have shown that babies are 3 times more likely to fall asleep when exposed to white noise. In my own personal studies, it's more like 4, but hey, I'm not a scientist. Sleep is important, and those cubers are counting on me. That's why I use my snooze. Okay, technically it's not my snooze, it's my brother's snooze. I stayed at his house and I accidentally took it with me. But that's why I used the thing anyway. I like to think of it as a snooze button for the beginning of my sleep. Come on, Michael. There we go.
There's something about how things were made a while back. It's like magic. It has a certain feeling to it. It was an era when people had time to pay attention to every detail, and things were made to last. Inspired by the old headlights we've collected over the years, we combined our skills to create something useful, really amazing, we would be proud of having around. We wanted it to have a personality. The stance had to inspire confidence, just like a superhero stance. The footprint is large enough to keep it balanced. The size was chosen so it would be tall enough to provide light for the entire office. The head rotates in any direction and at any angle. It's even large enough to be used as a headphone stand. We fitted it with 2 LED light sources to have the perfect light for any situation. A clear one for reading, that you could easily turn on or off and set the intensity just by touch. And an RGB one controlled by mobile. Turn it on or off, change the color or intensity while sitting comfortably on the couch. This light can even be synced to music, so it would flash to the beat when you're having a party. Looks and functionality weren't enough. The materials had to be top-notch as well. The head is made out of old tractor headlights. It's all metal and glass, weather sealed, so it would last even in the toughest conditions. The neck The only exposed part is made from aluminum, so it won't rust. The body is made from recycled polyurethane to help the environment a bit. We wanted everyone to be able to add a personal touch to it. So, starting from day one, you can choose a color to match your room, a style to match your personality, a logo to give it more of a superhero look, and even letters, so it would have any two initials painted right on it. To have full body coverage, each lampster will have 2 layers of non-toxic water-based paint, and 2 basic layers of clear coat to protect the paint job from wear and scratch over time. We've put our heart and soul into designing the lampster and making the first prototypes. To be able to produce it and make it available, we'll need your support. Together we can make this happen. Make this your next lamp. Share the video with a friend.
Remembering to floss your teeth is hard. You practically need your own personal dentist to remind you on a daily basis. Wouldn't it be awesome if you had someone who could not only remind you, but also encourage you to floss your teeth regularly? Well, now you do. Meet Floss Time, your personal floss reminder. Floss Time is the first smart floss dispenser designed to help you build daily flossing habits. It simply mounts to your bathroom mirror and acts as a visual reminder to clean in between your teeth. With the push of a button, Floss Time automatically dispenses the perfect amount of floss. Dentists recommend you floss at least once a day. So if used regularly, Floss Time lights up with a fun smile for a job well done. But if a period of 24 hours passes with inactivity, Floss Time frowns at you with a reminder light. We know we're supposed to floss, but most of us forget. Traditional floss designs are built on century-old technology and are dependent on us remembering to use them, which means they don't get used enough. Floss Time is a habit-forming device that will make flossing easy, yet nearly impossible to forget. The device comes with an entire year's worth of floss, has a dual user mode, and includes colorful animal snap-ons to make flossing fun for kids as well.
At Fuser, we live action sports, and we're obsessed with technology. But in the past, the two haven't worked well together. We're about to change that. The product we've created is called Mohawk. It's an action camera, communication system, navigation unit, black box, and emergency response system, all wrapped into one. You can capture high-res photos and HD videos with the press of a button on your wrist or handlebar-mounted remote. Your media syncs directly with your smartphone for easy viewing and sharing. If something really cool happens and you weren't recording, press 2 buttons to initiate a hot shot. It saves the last 15 seconds of action and pushes it to social media live in real time. You'll never miss a shot again. Our cloud-based push-to-talk comms allow up to 12 friends to chat with one another over any distance and using any Bluetooth headset. A world first. Mohawk is loaded with onboard sensors that allow it to do some really powerful things. It can record all sorts of information. How fast you go, what routes you take, your airtime, lean angle, and much more. It can also detect if you've been in a collision. The black box feature locks down the last 2 minutes of audio, video, and telemetry information, giving you a full record of what happened leading up to the incident. It sends text message and email alerts to your emergency contacts and provides them with your exact GPS location on an interactive map, as well as the local phone numbers for the 3 nearest EMS dispatchers.